Good morning, everyone. I'm Nilida A. Kalinaya from Maharlika Integrated School. I have been teaching in preschool for 15 years. Today, I'm going to show you some effective strategies in teaching basic sounds of the alphabets or phonics using the visual and auditory skills. We have 26 letters of the alphabets, and each letter have their own sounds. The first letter of the alphabet is letter A, and the sound is A. Here are some objects having the sound of A. Axe, arrow, ant. Next, letter B, having the sound of B. Here are objects having the sound of B. Box, bag, bat. Okay, next, letter C, having the sound of K. Here are some objects having the sounds of K. Can, cat, cub. Okay, next, letter D. The sound of letter D is D. Here are some objects having the initial sound of D. Dig, drum, deer. Next letter is letter E, having the sound of E. Here are some objects having the initial sound of E. Elephant, egg, envelope. Next letter is letter F, having the sound of F. Here are some examples of letter F. Face, frog, flower. Next letter is letter G, having the sound of G. Here are some objects having the sound of G. Goat, gate, garlic. Next letter is letter H. The sound of letter H is H. Here are some objects with letter H. Hen, hanger, hug. Next letter is letter I, with the sound of E. Objects with the initial of letter I is ink, igloo, injection. Next letter is letter J. The sound of letter J is J. Now we have other objects that starts with letter J. Jar, jug, jelly. Next letter is letter K, with the sound of K. Here are some examples of letter K with the sound of K. Kite, kettle, kind. Next letter is letter L. The sound of letter L is L. Here are some objects having the initial sound of letter L. Lamp, ladder, lug. Now, let's go to letter M. The sound of letter M is M. Here are some objects having the sound of letter M. M. Mother, mug, money. Next letter is letter N. The sound of letter N is N. Objects with letter N. Nut, neck, nurse. Next letter is letter O. And the sound of letter O is O. O. Here are some objects with letter O. Octopus, okra, orange. Next, we go to letter P. The sound of letter P is P. Here are some objects with letter P. Pad, police, pat. Next, we have letter Q. The sound of letter Q is Q. Here are objects starts with letter Q. Quail, question, queen. Next letter is letter R. And the sound of letter R is R. Here are some objects with the initial letter R. Rabbit, rat, rope. Next letter is letter S. The sound of letter S is S. Here are some objects with the initial sound of S. Sun, sad, sack. Next letter is letter T with the sound of T. Here are some objects with letter T. Toy, turtle, taxi. Next letter is letter U. The sound of letter U is A. Here are some objects with the initial sound of A. Umbrella, underwear, underground. Next letter is letter V. The sound of letter V is V. V. Here are some objects with the sound of letter V. Vase, van, vinegar. Next is letter W. The sound of letter W is W. Here are some objects having the sound of W. Water, weather, whale. Next letter is letter X. The sound of letter X is X. Here are some objects having the sound of X. X-ray, xylophone, X. Now we have letter Y. And the sound of letter Y is Y. Here are some objects with letter Y. Yo-yo, yacht, yoke. Next letter is letter Z. The sound of letter Z is Z. Here are some objects with letter Z. Zipper, zigzag, zero.